What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys. Well, we're done on market watch today. You know, Paisanos, I really don't know if Ancient Guardians is good. What I mean by that is, don't get me wrong, I think there's a couple of collector's rares that are not bad, but you're not going to be able to go back in and put more value, put more money into buying these collector's rares. I mean, nobody needs a second or a third Prankatops. You just don't need it. I think, once again, trade-in is super undervalued right now. It has $120, which is market price roughly around $140. And I think other cards like Skullmeister might eventually just fall out of favor like it has done in the past as far as being like a good hand trap. And yet these are the three best collector's rares out of Ancient Guardians? Oh, that's going to hurt to look at. Paisanos, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, and comment down below. Comment question of the day. What do you think could be the blowout card from this set? Once again, you know what I say. I think trading collector's rares is definitely like the big card in this set. But realistically, all the value of the collector's rares is still insanely high. And we will see these drop in time. So don't go in and buy your Prankatops now. It makes no sense. Why? You pay double the price point. Or the trade-in. Or even Skullmeister. It makes no sense to buy these cards. They're going to be going down in value. It just makes, once again, it blows my mind. Looking at the other cards, though, in the core of the set, there's really nothing that really just jumps out into me. I mean, the Overlord card over here, this guy, it's not bad. Is it worth $27? No. That's the money the card is set? Not really. The rest of these cards look really cool. Don't get me wrong, I'm really excited to get my hands on some of these cards. But they're all overpriced right now. So why would you go ahead and just go in and start buying these cards? It makes no sense. Just wait, calm down, be cool, and then we'll go in and start buying deck cores left and right. I'll make a video and let you guys know when I'm gonna do it, and maybe that'll give you an indication of when you should do it. Up next, guys, we have OTS 1 Pack 15, and with the recent amount of Yu-Gi-Oh players getting OTS packs in the mail from playing in remote duel locals, I know I've gotten a ton already. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are gonna be dumping these cards into the market, and we're already kind of seeing it happen. Now, look at Dogmatic Punishment. Its price point's roughly around $5 to $7, which is really low considering the fact that this card used to be around $11 for a super rare. Look at other cards like Dark Requiem, it's roughly around $29. Orange Dragon, roughly around $45. And even Needle Fiber, Crystal Needle Fiber, is roughly around $71. Well, why? Easy. Who plays Needle Fiber? There's no, in the Tier 1 bracket, I think maybe Dragonlynx, possibly, if they can fit it in. Other than that, not really any other deck. Tier 1.5, and for Nobles, more than likely. And then Tier 2, probably everything. I don't think Needle Fiber is a bad card, by the way. I think Crystal Needle Fiber is a card that we're not talking about as far as being a bannable card. We were a couple of ban lists ago. Now, nobody's mentioning it. And I do think Crystal Needle Fiber has that chance to come back into the meta again. And then Yu-Gi-Oh players will come back in and talk about how we should ban Needle Fiber. It's going to be happening soon. But it's not happening now. And Needle Fiber is $70 underneath the $77 market price is not a bad card to go pick up. Once again, I think you need one. Ideally, you want to have two, but nevertheless, this is a card that you're going to want to grab as soon as possible. So, I'm not sure what you're doing information. I own one Needle Fiber. I would love to try to pull another one at OTS 15. I don't know how many OTS 15 packs I opened, but it has to be over 100 at this point from just a month, which is insane. But once again, I play in a lot of remote locals at Twitch TV. And looking at Needle Fiber, I do think that, well, it's going to be a card that's going to go up in value in future. If any Ultimate Rare at OTS 15 is going to have any value, it's going to be Crystal Needle Fiber. There's not a lot of Orange Dragon players out there. Nobody cares about Dark Requiem XYZ Dragon, aside the fact that random fan night kid. But that's basically it. As far as super rares, I mean, they're all tanking besides Punishment, and even Punishment has went down a substantial amount. Shadow Dragon's $2.50, Borbo's $2, Knock Division's $2, World Legacy Token $2, Barricade Board Block and everything else beyond that is $1. Everything in OTS 15 is going down. But that's not how that stays. It doesn't stay at a low price point. We'll talk about OTS 14 and you know, compare the differences in a second. Stay tuned for this video. Up next, we have Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder. It's all over here. With a roughly around $422 market price, divide this card almost near about $500. In fact, you got one over here for $490, then $495, $485, and then we're hitting $500 territory for Starlight Zeus. Now, obviously this card's insanely high in value, but for a Starlight Rare, it's really not. In fact, all Starlight Rares, and if you see my last video, you already know, have been going up insanely high. We've seen it with Appaloosa, we've seen it by Masquerena, both Starlight Rares over $1,000 a copy. It's only gonna be a matter of time before we see Zeus hit that number. I don't care. It's gonna be today, tomorrow, next week. It really doesn't matter. This will more than likely be an insanely high price point because it does see meta play and is a relatively hard to get card. Once again, it's a Starlight Rare. Dogmatic Ecclesia Starlight Rare, by the way, with a $476 market price, is roughly around $1,500. And then after that playset's gone, $2,500 for Ecclesia. Now, if you want my honest opinion, that's crazy. But it's also not really warranted. Unlike IP Masquerena, Appaloosa, and even Zeus I just talked about, Ecclesia is a main deck card. Don't get me wrong, I want to place that Talents, Starlight Rare, love it, it's beautiful, but it's a main/side deck card. And seeing the fact that Talents has not more been value, or really spiked in value, kind of makes sense to me. Don't get me wrong, it's still a lot of money, a ridiculous amount of money, but it's nothing that's a price point as cards that are fit in the extra deck. Why is that? Well, extra cards, we know, hold more value because they hold better condition. More value plus better condition equals longevity of the card. Longevity of the card, especially if it's a hard-to-get card, it just makes sense. Look at Dogmatic Ecclesia the Virtuous, don't get me wrong. Once again, I like Dogmatic a lot, even though I don't really play it. It is good, it just, isn't it really worth $1,500? No. Now, this card might go back down in value. We don't know what's going to happen with it. I'll be honest with you, I would like to say it will go down in value. But to be honest with you also, I really have nothing to back to the other than the fact that, well, it's a main deck card. It kind of makes no sense. And Dogmatic is getting a reprint. I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone's going to be there just dumping Ecclesias into the market. That's the problem, though. Like, there's not like every Dogmatic, in order for this card to go down in value, we have to see something happen with the first Stimmy check, which everyone ran in a book quickly, and then everyone dumped because their card was going up in value, and everyone was just trying to get in and plus as fast as possible. With Ecclesia, I don't see that happening, so I really have zero idea what's going to happen with this card. It's going to be really interesting to keep an eye on. Then we have Deepsea Aubrey at an Eternity Code. This card with a $20 market price is still roughly around $20. Now, Eternity Code is going to be one of those sets that's going to get reprinted in the Megatins. Come this September, this will more than likely get a reprint. Probably. We don't know that, but it could be. The main thing with the Megatins I love so much is finding out whether or not what's been reprinted, more importantly, what has not been reprinted at the Megatins. Right now, Deepsea Aubrey is roughly around $20, and only that can really play this card, well, Mermails, water, everything water, Ice Barriers, there's those, I'm not sure if they play this or not, but, you know, there are plays out there. To be honest with you, this card's overpriced, and it should not maintain this high amount of value. The thing about this card is, if you're a Mermail player and you have Deepsea Aubrey, you already know you're not selling that card. That card's really good, like, really, 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 really good. And we don't know when Water's going to get like a real big boost. I'm talking like a tier 1 boost. Sorry about the Ice Barrier players. Just go over there real quickly. The tier 1 players are talking. We don't know if Water will ever get a tier 1 boost at all. At all. But if it does, well, that becomes kind of essential. This card kind of becomes needed for any kind of Mermail Atlantean deck or any other deck that can use Sea Serpents. Then we have Plunder Patrol. So we're slowly seeing Plunder Patrol prices rise as we get more and more in the next set, as Plunder Patrol gets their support cards. But you ask any Plunder Patrol player, in fact every Plunder Patrol player, unlike a lot of other players, Plunder Patrol players are okay with going, yeah, it's a good boost to support card, but it's not going to make us tier 1. Maybe if we're lucky, 1.5, fingers crossed. Like, at least like majority of Plunder Patrol community is just super honest. They're like, you know what? We're definitely not going to be tier 1. We're okay with that. We're okay with that. We're totally fine. We might see a player make the 1.5 bracket, like, consistently. That'd be our boy. Mr. X2, let's go. Listen, as much as I really want to see Plunder Patrols do good, because I like the theme of pirates, Goblin Pirates are kind of weird, but pirates in general, I don't know what's going to happen. And if it does happen, the thing is, like, Plunder Patrols will always be rooted on, because everyone watching will always go ahead, Plunder Patrol, you fight that Dragon Link player. Like, it's great to root for the underdog, especially now they're getting a little more support. Should they get more support? Oh, yeah, why not? Of course. I mean, the meta right now is, for the most part, 3 to 5 rotating decks. To see a deck like Plunder Patrol come out of nowhere and get support and become meta-worthy against those decks, it'd be great. It'd be amazing. And I would love to see it. The thing about the newest set, we still don't know if these are meta-worthy. And to be honest with you, I'm leaning towards not that realistically. Maybe there's an off shot. I know there's a lot of talk about like reptiles. Okay, nobody cares about reptiles. but something like Plenimacho, a pirate themed Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Who would not want this to be a meta-worthy deck? Then we have X Code Talker, Extreme Force, with an $8 market price. X Code Talker right now is roughly around $11. This card was $75, and the price tanked. I just want to say a big thank you to that one eBay store who bent me over after I reported this card being $75. Also, after I bought this card, a place this card, everyone around $10 each, plus a $5 shipping. It's from Canada, I believe it was. Thanks for canceling my order. I really appreciate it. No big deal. No big deal. Bad business practice. Okay. Hopefully you sold yours when it was $75 though. Okay. Look at that Zodiac Blade. Or Zodiac. I know people get like all like V. It's that the actual way to pronounce the Yu-Gi-Oh card is that's fine. I own 3, you don't, more than likely. Like if you're battling on pronunciations, you obviously don't care about the card enough to like go and own it, or maybe you do own it and you like want to protect its name. I don't know. People will like that. You've had that. You've had a guy that's like, actually the real name is like Zodiac. Did you know? And you're like, I really don't care. Like, please leave me alone. Go away now. I don't know. People like flip out about Yu-Gi-Oh names. I always feel like are the ones that when people argue online, they like spell check them. They're like, it's your /YR, and they sit back and they go, got him. It's like in IRL, in real life, in case you know, whatever, you get laughed at and backhanded. Like, shut up. I don't know. It's always weird about that. Anyway, look at that Zodiac Blade. This card with an $8 to $10 market price is roughly around $8 to $10. The thing about this card is, it needs a reprint, is it not? And that's the kind of problem we're in right now with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Konami in general. There are a lot of cards that need a reprint. One of those is Zodiac Blade. Don't get me wrong, Konami did a great job at reprinting Chaka 9. It did lower the price of Chaka 9, so good job for Konami. But they definitely missed Third Blade, and the market saw that, and the market did what it always does, is, oh, you missed one, Konami? We'll take it from here. Jack the price up. That's what we're seeing right now with Third Blade. Up next, Raid Raptor Force Tricks. This card at an OTS 14, I'll point about it later on in this video, is roughly around $6. The Ultra Rad Battles Legends Electric Revenge, $7. And the original print with only 6 printings at a Wing Raiders with a $13 market price is Macho Man TCG. Oh, no, it's only Macho, no mind. Dude, if I ever recreated a Yu-Gi-Oh! Like store, this is like super off topic, but I just saw it, my brain instantly went, best store name ever. Macho Man TCG. Who would not want to buy from Macho Man TCG? Like, who would go, I don't know about that guy. It's Macho Man TCG. Macho TCG is alright, but like Macho Man would have been like 5 head. Anyway, this card's roughly around $16.50. Macho Man TCG, Paisano. Okay, then we have Rank Up Magic Soul Shade Force. I don't know why this card's worth money, but it's worth money. And if you have this card, you have some money that you might not know you have, because who looks up Rank Up Magic cards and goes, this gotta be checked out? Well, Rank Up Magic Soul Shade Force is the card you want to look up because it's worth money. This card with $11 market price is roughly around $14. $14 for super rare, mind you. And then we have Yu-Gi-Oh! World Superstars booster boxes. Now, I keep going back to this box as I always love talking about Legendary Dragon of White and Legendary Magician of Dark. This is specifically for collectors, but at one point these cards are roughly around $8 a pop. Looking at it right now, Legendary Dragon of White, $60. Legendary Magician of Dark, $60. They've actually stabilized. The kids have come together. How cute is that? For a long time, in case anyone didn't realize, Legendary Dragon of White went to $8 and spiked up. Legendary Magician of Dark went like that. It literally was like, oh, me too, boys. And that's all it did. That's literally all it did. Looking at both of these cards, obviously they are kind of stable at the moment. And to be honest with you, they're going to hit some dumb numbers. Even at $60, these cards are relatively cheap. How many do I own? None. I ain't a collector, but like, that's for you guys. That's like, there you go. That's a free one, collectors. Grab it, eat it. Okay. Elshow Shikanaga added the new challenges Ultimate Road at $27 market price. Unlimited are roughly around $40. First edition version, that's also still around $40. We got a bit of a problem here. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind having cards be relatively inexpensive for you guys. Good for you if you can get them. Great job. With that said, you just heard me say that, so you can't like start babbling. With that said, first edition Unlimited should never be like this. Okay? They should never, ever, ever be like this with the card that I think is meta relevant, but nevertheless, not only meta relevant, ushered all Ultimate Rare out of new challenges. We're gonna have a problem now, okay? One of these have to go crazy. Now, my honest opinion, I do think Elshow Shikanaga Ultimate Rare will be increasing in value, rather than the Ultimate Rare Unlimited going down in value. It's really hard to dump those Ultimate Rare Unlimiteds. It's really easy to jack the price of first editions. If you have an Elshow Shikanaga Ultimate Rare from the new challenges first edition, to say that long name, the card is and should be jacked up higher in value. Just throwing it out there. You're selling off 40, you're just losing money now. You're making a couple of bucks a day to just lose money within like a week or two. So keep an eye on that. Then we have number 101 selling on Arc Ultimate Rare. Legacy of the Valiant with a $21 market price. This card right here is roughly around $50. By the way, real quickly, 50, 50, and then now it's $60. I don't know why. I have zero idea. Nope. I don't know. I bought one a long time ago for like 10 bucks, I believe it was, or 12. Not bad. Here's the thing though. I said that about me doing it. People getting involved in this card in the future when the Yu-Gi-Oh market gets even crazier and these cards are like $200, $300 a pop. Though I guarantee there'll be someone out there going, V, I bought this for about 50. Not bad. Just throwing it out there because that's gonna happen. Mega Fan and Beach Stack has a bunch of reprintings, including a reprinting that happened not too long ago, to be honest with you. The thing about the original print at Lone Tech and Galaxy Secret Rare somehow just held value. The original price point of the card is roughly around $8, and if you want the card, well, there's hold on a second. I don't know why my conditions aren't set, but no, they are. Okay, if you want the card, unlimiteds are $35. If you want first edition, no big deal. $53. It's these plays in for a Noble Knight, nothing else realistically. But I think I feel like this card is so good. It's just he's playing more decks, but it's just not doing it. If you want the 2014 Megaton version, by the way, with a $5 market price, it's still roughly around $5. So still $5. But if you want the original print from Lord Tech and Galaxy, that's gonna cost you a couple of bucks. And then we have OTS Hornet Pack 14. Now this arguably is one of the best OTSs we had recently. But when OTS 14 first debuted, it was atrocious. It was really, really bad. Don't get me wrong, you players were really excited to get Nibiru as Ultimate Rare, but at the time, nobody really cared about Super Poly. At the time, obviously, people care about it differently now. Tomb Kingdom was like $47. It jacked back up. It's roughly around $60. And by the way, that's lower than a $65 market price. Parallel XC was not really considered a good card, so it was worth relatively nothing. Now it's roughly around $7. There's 4 strips we just talked about. Mission Lala being $3, and that's basically it. Everything else after. Oh no, Elandria Goose as a common went to $5, and now it's about $2. Anyway, looking at all these cards, I do feel like OTS 14 was definitely a much better Ultimate OTS set than we had. But it's weird in a weird way. Let me explain. If you look at OTS 15, so let me see. I don't know which one is that. One of these is 15. One of these is definitely 15. Is it? Okay, here we go. If you look at 15, OTS 15 has terrible Ultimate Rares -1, where OTS 14 has great Ultimate Rares -1. Because like Tomb Kingdoms are collectors rares, and collectors are not going to play in the OTS like tournaments for like Tomb Kingdoms. They'll just buy it, and maybe that's another reason why Konami did it. It's not bad value, $60, but you get what I'm trying to say. So they kind of flipped. And then OTS 15 had great super rares. I think super rares on OTS 15 are insanely good. OTS 14, not really that good. They do hold value because something's got to be worth money. I mean, come on. Nevertheless, I feel like OTS 14 and 15 are almost like weird alternate mirrors of each other. And hopefully we see at OTS 16 more better value. Now, right off the gate, we know with OTS 16, we have a Cyber Dragon, which is going to be insanely hard to get. Everyone's going to want that card. I want like 3 minimal. We're also going to have Forbidden Droplet. I will place it as Secret Rares, and I still want the Ultimate Rares because that's higher rarity. We don't know what the third Ultimate Rare is. Now, right at the gate, we have 2 good Ultimate Rares. Here's the thing. We can have an OTS 14 situation, or we can have more like the, what was the OTS that had Colossus in it? You know what? I don't know why I axed my camera. I'll just, 2 S's in Colossus. Okay, it's going to show me a lot of magic crap, right? Yeah, there we go. No, we're good. It was 10. I was going to guess 10. Oh, I should have guessed 10. Okay, whatever. It had Galatea, Colossus, and Hayate. Each of these cards belong to meta decks of the time. Now, don't get me wrong. When you get Cyber Dragon, there's no meta deck. Forbidden Droplet is at best a side deck option. No one, some decks might main it, but that's it. So we might see a meta-worthy card as an Ultimate Rare in OTS Tournament Pack 16. Comment down below. Let me know which one you think it is. Me? Me? Okay. So glad you guys asked. So we saw Dragon Links get some cards. We saw. We don't need Prankets getting any cards, right? I think we all agree on that. Even Pranket players are like, no, we're good. We're Does Elix need an Ultimate Rare? Like Ultimate Rare Golden Lord? That'd be kind of cool, to be honest with you. What about Shadows? Let's talk about like Shadows. Like, remember Shadows? I think Shadows should get another Ultimate Rare. Now, I'm very biased. I'm not gonna hide that. I'm insanely biased. But I would love to see an Ultimate Rare Shadow, like a Shadow Fusion Ultimate Rare. and a super rare Shadow Schism for the Paisanos that don't want to spend that ridiculous amount of money for Shadow Schism. Konami, that'd be really cool. No arguments over here. I know that. I mean, you know. And then out there going, V, winner needs to get banned. Okay, Dragon Link players, calm down. Okay, just work on your turn once some more. Oh, I learned a new combo. Of course you did, kiddo. The real players are talking here. All I'm trying to say is it'd be really cool to see support from an old art type, like we saw with Cyber Dragons, except a little more meta-worthy. Don't get me wrong, I'm really excited to see Cyber Dragons getting an Ultimate Rare. I think that's great for Cyber Dragon players. I really do. In fact, to be honest with you, next one, can we do Heroes next? Like, and then Madoches? Like, that'd be really cool for that community, because they are insanely in love with their decks, and should get that kind of support. A little something from Konami to them. I enjoy that and appreciate that, because they become meta-relevant players. They always do. Maybe we do Shadows this time, as a third one. I don't know. Food for thought. And then Paisanos, your boy V. You Paisanos! You Paisanos have a great day.